power. Look at this animal! Who thinks the monster truck tonight? Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Flips it over! Can he save it? Here we go!
Welcome everyone to MTA-SmashDown. I am your host Mitch Brown, and we are live here at the Midwest Madness Stadium with 16 of the fastest Diecast Mosh trucks in the world. All eyes are on Rich Wagner and Gravedigger, looking to make it 2 in a row, but 15 other drivers and trucks have something to say about that here tonight. Can Gravedigger hold on? We'll find out next. Thank you guys for joining. Let's go racing. All right, we're set to kick off the night with a great matchup. First, we got Krista Roberts and the Scarlet Bandit taking on the 2024 American Throwdown Champion, Wyatt Anderson, Bad Habit. There you see Krista staged in the near lane. She's ready to go, looking to take Scarlet Bandit to the second round, but she's taking on a tough task. Wyatt Anderson and Bad Habit. That's a fantastic looking ride there. See who gets it. And Wyatt gets a whole shot, holding a truck length lead. Krista starts to come back, but too little, too late. Wyatt Anderson and Bad Habit picks up the win. All right, coming up next, we got two ladies throwing down for a spot in round 2. Savvy Zilligan and Bad Company's back after that nasty crush last month, taking on Violet Craddock and the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. There you see Savvy staged and ready to go in that brand new Bad Company, looking to break it in against a longtime veteran, taking on Violet Craddock and the Monster Mutt Dalmatian, who's always a contender on the track. This ought to be good. And both drivers get off the line at the same time as slightly the Bad Company, and she seals the deal at the end, I think. That was close. They were door-to-door at the finish line. Let's check the replay. And both drivers get off the line at the exact same time, door-to-door all the way through, but Bad Company starts to pull ahead across the car stack, getting the win by a quarter tire. Savvy Zilligan and Bad Company is moving on to round 2. Up next, we got two newcomers throwing down for a spot in round 2. There you see Manuel Sabala and the American Guardian meeting Dale Durham Sr. and Wasted Wages. Both drivers are staged up at the line. Manuel Sabala and American Guardians in the near lane. Dale Durham Sr. and the Wasted Wages is over there in the far lane. Who's moving on to round 2? And we're up the line. Dale starts to pull ahead. Manuel started to fall behind, but came back in the end strong and made that very close. Door to door at the line. Let's check the replay. That was a close one. They were even off the line, but Manuel gets cattywampus off the line, giving Dale a truck length lead, but Manuel Sabala comes back across the finish line, makes that very close. The officials are calling it a draw. We're running the race. All right, what a race that was. And a result of a draw, both trucks are back up the line, and they have switched lanes. Dale Durham Sr. is now in the near lane. Manuel Sabala is over there in the far lane. Let's see if we can crown a winner. And moving up the line, Manuel starts to pull ahead. Dale gets on the front 2 tires. Looked like he got cattywampus at the start, just like Manuel did. But nonetheless, American Guardian moving on to round 2. Let's check the replay. What, 2-wheel maneuver. What a save. That near lane is unforgiving. Dale gets cattywampus all the way down the stretch, but gets on 2 wheels and saves the truck. What a piece of driving. Manuel Sabala is moving on. What a dandy we got coming up next. A battle of the bow tie, and both trucks built out of the MTA shop. This is going to be a great race. Brad Anderson and the Michigan Ice Monster staged in the near lane, looking to take that truck to the second round, but he has his hands full because he's taking on the Nature Boy, Steve Jones, the creator of Must Truck Attitude and the creator of SmashDown. A fan favorite out here, driving Carolina Crusher. Who's moving on to round 2? And they're even up the line, but Brad Anderson starts to pull ahead, and might have just picked up a huge upset there. Steve Jones is right there with him, but Brad Anderson gets across the line first. There you see the photo finish. Tough luck for Steve. Brad gets it by a half a truck. The hits just keep on coming. We got Jalen Buford, the 2022 Monster Mania 3 champion, taking on Rudy Zilligy driving Rage. Two MTA veterans throwing down for a spot in round 2. There you see Jalen Buford in the USA 1. That truck was built out of the MTA shop. You know it's fast. It won Monster Mania 3. But he's taking on Rudy Zilligy driving his brand new Rage over there in the far lane. And they're even line slightly to Rage, but he gets crossed up over the car stack. And it looked like USA 1 came back in the end. He did. Jalen Buford and USA 1's moving on to round 2. Coming up next here in round 1, we got Kerry Monahan driving Wildflower set to take on the 9-time Thunder champion Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco Ice. There you see Kerry Monahan staged in the near lane. She's beat the wheel 3 months in a row, but she's got to beat Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco here. She's taking on the 9-time Thunder champion Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco Ice. Waiting on the green light. And they're moving up the line, but Kerry gets crossed up and Jason gets a clear victory here, getting by a truck lane. El Toro Locos in round 2. Another good one, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, we got the 6-time MTA champion, the Cowboy from Hell, Tim Cantwell driving Bounty Hunter, set to take on Jonathan Resendez driving the Megalodon Fire, who you see staged there in the near lane. Jonathan's ready to go, set to take on a longtime veteran, the Cowboy from Hell, Tim Cantwell driving Bounty Hunter. Looking for another championship here tonight, waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line, but Tim Cantwell starts to pull ahead, and I think finished at the line just ahead of Jonathan. What a great race, but the officials are giving it to Tim Cantwell, the Cowboy from Hell's in round 2. Oh yeah, matchup straight out of 1993. There you see the 20-time MTA champion, the current champion, Rich Wagner and Gravedigger, set to take on Blake Willis driving Predator, who you see staged there in the near lane. Blake Willis is looking for a huge upset here. And looking to dethrone the champion because he's taking on the reigning and defending champion Rich Wagner and Gravedigger. Built out of the MTA shop. Waiting on the green line. And they're even up the line, but Gravedigger gets some huge air out of the car stack and gets it by a truck lane. Rich Wagner is keeping the flag on the back of Gravedigger. Props to Blake Willis and Predator. He gave Rich Wagner and Gravedigger a run for his money, but the flag is staying on the back of Gravedigger. We'll be back after the break.
Makes it to the final round showdown to take on Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now down to 2 trucks. The final round's coming up next. Who's going to take the win? We find out next after the break. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 5th annual American Throwdown, and we are now in the championship round. We are down to 2 trucks. American Guardian taking on Bad Company. Who's going to walk away as the champion here tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out. The pressure is on. Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company trying to get a repeat of the Halloween Madness show from last year. He's locked and loaded in that far lane to take on New Kid on the Block, making a huge impression. Daniel Culp and American Guardian, the big bad bow tie stage over here on the inside lane. Who's taking home a win here tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, Bad Company, American Guardian. It's showtime here tonight. Down the straightaway, Guardian with the early. Here comes Anderson on the outside lane. Guardian in trouble, turning it over. And Wyatt Anderson will pull out a huge win here tonight. Bad Company taking home a championship over Daniel Culp and American Guardian, who laid it all on the line. Bad Company shutting it down before he got into the other trucks over there on the side of the track. What an incredible final here tonight at the 5th annual American Throwdown. Here's another look at your MTA replay. Off the starting line, American Guardian did pull the whole shot. Watch Anderson now out of that outside lane trying to come back. Daniel Culp and American Guardian noses over hard, clipping the last of the cars before getting to the finish line going end over end, and Bad Company pulls out the win. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me at this time to congratulate Wyatt Anderson and Bad Company. You are the 5th annual American Throwdown Champion.
Everyone be sure to get on over to the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube page and check out American Throwdown 5. What a fantastic show. But we got a Battle of the Bad coming up to kick off round 2. Savvy Zillogy and Bad Company staged in the near lane, looking to take that truck to the semifinals. But she's set to take on the American Throwdown 5 champion, Wyatt Anderson, driving Bad Habit, who's looked great tonight. Waiting on the green light. And Savvy gets to jump up around a half a truck, then free, but end over end she goes over the car stack. Can't call it. Let's check the replay. What a race and what a ride for Savvy Zillogy and Bad Company. She lands on the front 2 wheels, going end over end across the line, stays in the throttle and somewhat saves the truck, but giving room to Wyatt Anderson to pick up the win. Matchup this is 2 Chevrolets and 2 trucks built out of the MTA shop throwing down for a spot in the semifinals. Coming up first here in the near lane, we got Jalen Buford, the 2022 Monster Mania 3 champion, driving that legendary USA 1. That truck has won many races on the MTA track. He's set to take on Brad Anderson, driving the Michigan Ice Monster, the MTA original. That truck is 4 years old at least. Waiting on the green line. And the lead off the line. What a race. It's slightly to Brad, but Jay comes back at the end and ties him up the line. Who got that? What a race. Wouldn't expect anything less from these two. Let's check the replay. That's about as close as it gets. Both trucks get off the line at about the same time and stay even all the way through. Maybe a little bit more air for the Michigan Ice Monster. USA 1 stays low to the ground. And that is going to be just enough to pick up the victory. Jalen Buford is moving on to the semifinals. What a race. Coming up next, we got Manuel Sabala driving the American Guardian, set to take on the 9-time Thunder champion Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco. Both drivers are staged up at the line. There you see the 9-time champ Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco looking to take it to the semifinals. He's set to take on Manuel Sabala driving American Guardian, who looked great back in round 1. Waiting on the green light. And leading up the line, Manuel starts to pull ahead, but both trucks get crossed up. And what an awkward finish. Whoa. Who got that? What a weird finish. Let's check the replay. What an odd finish. That's one of the weirdest races I've ever seen. Manuel Sabala starts to pull ahead down the downstretch, running over the Carolina Crusher in the far lane. And both trucks slowed down across the car stack and barely creeped across the finish line. I can't call it. And the officials, by the thread of a tire, are giving it to Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco. Unbelievable. Man, oh man, what a matchup we have here to close out the second round. 26 MTA championships between them. There you see the reigning and defending champion Rich Wagner and Gravedigger staged there in the near lane, the 20-time MTA champion. Set to take on the cowboy from hell, Tim Cantwell driving Bounty Hunter, who's a 6-time champ himself. Waiting on the green light. And leads off the line, sleeve, Bounty Hunter, whoa! Oh my goodness. Bounty Hunter crashes right before the line, losing the front left wheel. And Gravedigger picks up the win. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check the replay. Absolute insanity. I'm lost for words. Tim Cantwell had a good lead over the champion and was about to get the win, but the left front wheel absolutely snapped off the front of Bounty Hunter across the car stack. Maybe snapped a knuckle, maybe a spindle. But nonetheless, Rich Wagner and Gravedigger is moving on to the semifinals. Absolute insanity here at MTA-SmashDown. We'll be back after the break.
This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
Everyone be sure to check out our friends over at Backyard Jam, Crush This, Monster Truck Evolution, and Diecast Monster Truck Throwdown. But we are set to kick off the semifinals with a great matchup. Jalen Buford and USA 1, the 2023 Monster Mania champion, is staged in the near lane, looking to take USA 1 to the finals for 2 months in a row here on this track. That is a fast truck, but he's set to take on Wyatt Anderson driving Bad Habit, who might be the fastest driver of the year so far on any track. Leaving off the line. Jay was holding the lead, but Wyatt Anderson came back in the end like a true Anderson. Might have just picked up the victory. Let's check the replay to confirm. What a great race by both drivers. The margin for error is really low. Jalen Buford in USA 1 has the lead. Wyatt Anderson gets some big air in the far lane and stays in the throttle all the way through, picking up a massive win here in the semifinals on 2 wheels. Bad Habits in the finals here at MTA-SmashDown. But hold on, we got one more great matchup to close out the semifinals. 29 MTA championships between these two drivers. Anyone's ballgame. First, here in the near lane is the reigning and defending MTA champion, Rich Wagner driving Gravedigger. Built out of the MTA shop, set to take on the 9-time MTA champion, Jason Craddock driving El Toro Loco Ice. Wait on the green light. And they're leaving up the line slightly to Rich. He gets some massive air and gets across the line right before Jason. Great race by both, but the flag is staying on the back of Gravedigger. Let's check the replay. What a race between two of MTA's best drivers of all time. Rich Wagner and Gravedigger held a slight lead all the way through. Gets some massive air in the near lane. Picking up a close victory, putting Gravedigger in the finals for 2 months in a row, looking to defend the flag. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. We started with 16 trucks and we have worked our way down to 2. And what a final 2 it is. Both drivers look fantastic all night long. First, here in the near lane is the reigning and defending MTA champion, Rich Wagner in Gravedigger, the 20-time MTA champion. Set to take on the 2024 American Throwdown 5 champion, Wyatt Anderson in Bad Habit. And he loses the body on impact, killing the body right off Gravedigger. And they finish at the finish line door to door. I don't want to call it. Just check the replay. Both drivers cut a great light. Rich Wagner and Gravedigger gets some massive air across no man's land. So does Wyatt. They finish close to the line. Rich Wagner loses the body on impact, but it will not be enough. Wyatt Anderson in Bad Habit is the new SmashDown champion. That kid is on fire this year. Wyatt Anderson's the champ. Thank you everyone so much for coming out and watching MTA SmashDown. It is a big honor to represent the MTA name on this track and this channel. I started Midwest Madness about 3.5 years ago to give back to the MTA community and people that did not make it in the races. But nonetheless, a big honor. Also, a big congratulations goes out to, in my opinion, the driver of the year so far, Wyatt Anderson in Bad Habit, on claiming the championship here tonight. And we will see everybody in late September for the next show. Be sure to get on over to the MTA YouTube page and Facebook page and check them out. Enter the races with us. You will not be disappointed. Thank you, everyone, and I'll catch you next time. Also, one more thing. Do not forget to get on over to the MTA YouTube page on Saturday, August 31st for Summer Heat Shootout. It's going to be a great time. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Twice hitter night, Virginia Giants. What a matchup it was, but now we get set to close out round 3 action. And Chalet Sing Tai is running strong, and Thunder Roar rolled it over twice hitter night. He is now set to take on the Phenom, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger. That's old Gravedigger number 7 there, ready to throw it down. Just had a wild run against Mitch Brown and Bigfoot in round 2. He's got his hand full, taking on an old rival here on the inside lane. Chalet Sing Tai and Thunder Roars. Gravedigger on that far lane. The green light goes down there, even up and over the cars. Now what a race in Sing Tai. Thunder Roars turns it over for a 3rd time tonight, but he gets a huge win over Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger here at Monster Mania 5. Lanford, who's been with us since day 1, the felon Chevrolet, who we just saw roll over against Chalet Sing Tai and Thunder Roars. Aaron Church, back who's got Dragonoid, another driver who's been with us for several years, trying to get his first big championship win here tonight at Monster Mania 5. It all comes down to this. Who's going to walk away and make history here tonight at Monster Mania 5? Ladies and gentlemen, Dragonoid taking on the Felon. And for the first time in a long time, it's showtime here tonight on Monster Mania. Down the straight right there, even up and over the cars, and Dragonoid will pull it out. Aaron Church will get his first big victory here tonight at the MTA Arena at Monster Mania 5 over Mike Lanford and the Felon, who turns it over in the show. Get more stacked up than this. The veterans of MTA, Rich Wagner and Gravedigger, Tim Cantwell and Bounty Hunter. You couldn't ask for a better semifinal matchup than this. Gravedigger again at a Kildover Hills, North Carolina. Rich Wagner, the Phenom behind the wheel. Bounty Hunter out of Tonganoxie, Kansas. The Cowboy from Hell, Tim Cantwell behind the wheel. Ford versus Chevrolet. The green light goes down now and on the line. They're dead even coming to the front jump. Bounty Hunter on the lead. Digger's coming back. And what an incredible race as both drivers take it all the way down to the wall. And we are getting word from our MTA officials that your winner is Tim Cantwell and Bounty Hunter, taking out Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger here tonight to close out the all-new Bounty Hunter Ford, the Cowboy from Hell, Tim Cantwell out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, ready to rock the house over there on the outside lane. One of these drivers is walking away with the Wild Card 5 championship. The other one is going home on the trailer with nothing. Both drivers have been consistent all night long, and it's come down to this. Again, our final round showdown. Who's taking home the Wild Card 5 championship? Ladies and gentlemen, Bounty Hunter, Avenger, it's showtime here tonight at Wild Card down the straightaway. Avenger with the lead over no man's land to the last set of cars, and Bounty Hunter was coming back on him. What a matchup it was. Two of the fastest, most consistent drivers of the night, absolutely laying it down with a clinic run. Here in our final round showdown, we are still unsure of the winner as Bounty Hunter made up a lot of ground coming over the last set of cars. Here is another look at your MTA replay. Again, off the line, Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger with a huge lead as they go over the first jump through no man's land. Here for the last set of cars, and at the line, your winner, Jimmy Bones Ferguson, and Avenger will take out Bounty Hunter. Knocked out Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger earlier tonight. He has got his hands full taking on yet another veteran. Downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot at the line ready to take home a big championship win. Who's it going to be? Jester takes on Bigfoot as we go green on the line. They go down the straightaway. They're dead even now. Up over the first jump, and the Redlaw pulls a big wheel stand all the way across the cars. What a ride for Johnny Redlaw, keeping it under control. An incredible race nonetheless by both drivers. Bigfoot and Jester absolutely throwing it down for round 2 here tonight. Let's go back and check out your MTA replay right here off the get-go. They come down the straightaway. Maybe a slight lead to Jester on the outside lane as they go up and over the first jump through no man's land. Watch Jester here on the outside lane. Stands on the back tires and walks a wheel stand all the way across to get to the finish line first. Mitch Brown and Bigfoot put up a good effort, but nonetheless, Johnny Redlaw